It's important to learning. It's one of them ones where if it's the bad environment, there's certain bad environments, it does affect you. If you're in a room where it's quite noisy and the lighting bad, you just get distracted quite easily. So, I mean, the newer buildings, newer rooms are always nicer and they always seem to be presented a bit better, and it makes a difference.
I think it makes a big impact. I mean, if you're in somewhere where it's not encouraging you to learn, or it's not stimulating you enough or stimulating your senses, then you won't take it in as much and you won't enjoy it as much.
Sometimes the classrooms are a bit small. Most of the time they're okay. The lecture theatre's fine, but I presume you need more, really.
Yeah.
Lecture theatres I'm quite tall, and I find sitting in them, you don't know where to put your legs sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you get a tall person, if I'm sat in front of people, I have to really squint down like this because people can't see anything.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good actually. Sometimes you come in there and there's like loads of random rubbish around, which can be a little bit irritating, like just treading in like banana skin or something. But on the whole, no, very nice actually. Yeah.
I think seriously, university needs assistance or some demonstrator for lecture theatre, because sometimes the teacher coming university, which is a very good teacher, but it takes about 15 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes to just organizing the speakers, the audio input, the media input, the video input.
I think most of them are quite small. The design of them just isn't really functional for sitting in there for hours on end, having to listen to people. The actual presentation facilities are pretty good. Could still be improved. I know primary schools have better equipment. But overall, they do their job, just could do it better.
Have everything on one space.
Yeah.
There's lots of walking around. It can be quite tiring sometimes, especially early in the morning. Yeah, when it's raining. And when it's raining. Oh.
And it would just generally be easier anyway.
Yeah.
Like Talbot campus.
Talbot
is all
campus
together.
and this campus.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
Yeah, we never actually get to like meet the other people because they're obviously like the other side of.
And we feel like we're a bit excluded. Everything's going on there and not so much.
Yeah, there's not really any events at this campus, whereas everything's at the other one.
I sometimes think when it's sunny and stuff, there's not enough space to spend outside. Spend time outside, like grassy space where you can sit down on the ground. You've got this, but it's usually taken up by people smoking, and it's not, or the courtyard bit there, but there's not really enough space to sit outside, I think.
Anything else?
No, I don't think so. Generally, I think it's quite a small uni anyway, so like it's not that spacious because you've got to sort of cram on as much as you can. So if it was a bit bigger, I guess that would be much easier to find more space and stuff to relax.
Be really good. Well, the library's pretty pants for computers, so that's the main thing. It's awful. There's nowhere near enough computers. So I think that's the big thing. And it'd be really good if we could have a library that's actually got proper quiet areas as well.
Okay.
No, really, nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
So the campus is great as it is, do you think?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Bigger, better, more probably computer orientated, and also more designed for students just chatting to each other compared to the sort of very I'd say almost assembly style seating and so on, which isn't really that good at encouraging students just to talk to each other and chat and discuss.
10 years, I don't know. I can imagine in the future it being more interactive with the development of the internet and social media and all that side of it. Like I must admit, this year we had, when it snowed, our lecturer couldn't get in, so he did a podcast and we had our lecture through a podcast, which was useful because it meant we still had the lecture even though he wasn't here. And we could download it again any other time to go through, which that's quite useful. So depending on obviously the development of computers and things, I reckon it'll be more computer based in the future kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
However, it still needs to keep some sort of focus that it's not just turning into home study courses. People still want to come into university and come into that type of environment to learn, where you are more sort of motivated and focused. Sometimes at home there's too many distractions. So I think it is essential to have not just the teaching space, but the study space as well.
Yeah, it could be in the future that you do have your lectures, but in addition, you have it almost like on a podcast as well, so you can almost go back to the lecture as such and kind of use it as an additional resource.
That would be really useful, I think.
I don't know, having been to university kind of 10 years before this, I think I've come back and it's much more modern, the internet access, all the computer accessibility, library stuff's improved massively, so I assume that would continue to improve over time.
Quite, I think, futuristic, kind of, there's a lot more media kind of based learning, a lot brighter and kind of in your face kind of environment.
I think they do too much on the internet.
Yeah.
And not enough.
Yeah, I personally
face-to-face.
feel it would be
So
better
it might
if we did
be
have more.
less on the internet in a few years.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It just depends what course you're doing as well. I think that plays a large part. Like, because we're nursing, maybe if someone